Come on in, my sugar woogers. Let's talk for a few minutes. It's coffee time for me. So let's ring that bell. Top right hand corner, three dots as you enter the building. This morning, I'm not going to be on here too long. I woke up with some things on my mind this morning as to why people betray people. So this is more of an inspirational this morning. So I'm sure the devils, the trolls, will come into the chat this morning. Because anytime you're trying to give a message about something of importance, biblically, spiritually, religiously, they're coming. They've been coming ever since he was here. Why wouldn't they come now? Good morning, everybody coming into the chat. So I'm home this morning. Been up all night long. Leg throbbing, painting. I've taken everything they've given me. Ain't nothing worked. So I told y'all the other day, I was going back if I could. Well, I'm back on crutches. Yesterday, I was able to dress. It took me forever. I woke up at the same time, 4 o'clock. But I made it to church yesterday, and the service was good. Those of you who want to see it, it's at Greater Barbers Chapel, Barbours. It was yesterday at 10:15. We were out of there, had done everything, taking in new members, offering, preached the sermon, the choir sung their songs, had breakfast. Uh, Actually, the children fixed breakfast under the directions of the kitchen staff yesterday. I didn't even go down there. Only thing I told y'all I wanted to do was make it to church, and I did. So I got up this morning and got in touch with the specialist who's been working with my knees. He's out today, and I knew that. So I'm just going to eat and live on medication until in the morning. I have an appointment in the morning at 9:45. Um, I've been getting my rest. I see you comment, yo. You're looking beautiful in your white dress at church. Oh, you saw it, huh? Yeah. We had on white tops and black skirts. That's actually what we had on yesterday. You might not have seen it because of the railing that comes across between the pulpit and the choir. But we all had on white tops yesterday. Any choice of tops. It could be a blouse for as long as it wasn't see-through. You could wear it. And any type of black skirt you wanted to. She's trying to give us a break out of those robes because it's getting hot here in South Texas. Um, Bonjour, monsieur, comment allez-vous to you, Miss Audrey? I remember a little French. Hey, Chef Mac, good morning. I'm glad you made it in this morning, Chef. So, what? And everybody who came into the chat, hopefully y'all had a great Mother's Day yesterday. Mine was very quiet. I managed to make it to church. My legs started hurting just as the service was over. So I was going to eat crawfish yesterday. That's what I wanted for Mother's Day. And I had on the white. So I was like, man, this is going to be messed up completely. So my thoughts were to come home, change clothes, and then go back and eat crawfish. Glad I didn't. Baby, it took me down. I got my coffee table full of nothing but medicines. So this is what I've been living on. Hydrocodone, muscle rub for minor arthritis, backache, muscle pains, and joint pains. Um, and I haven't moved off of the sofa other than to um, go in the kitchen and get what I need out the refrigerator or go to the bathroom because I got to use the crutches. I cannot put any weight on it at all. I don't care how I move, it still hurts. Neoproxen, that's what he gave me the other day. Remember, they had given me this in the emergency room, but I never took it because I don't take medicine unless I have to. But I had to last night. And I almost got up and went to the emergency room. But I'm like, on a Sunday night, on Mother's Day, it probably won't be that many people in there, but it probably won't be, your doctor won't be on call in there either. They'll probably have an emergency room doctor. He'll give you another medicine. You already got medicine. You just gotta deal with this. Some things in life you just gotta deal with. And the ibuprofen. So that has been my saviors. But up until I took this one, which was the hydrocodone, nothing helped. I was taking it just as it said, and it swole bad, y'all. Really, really bad. I'm telling you. I don't have my camera fixed yet, but I'm going to try to show y'all how big it is. You see it? That's this knee, and that's that knee. And I can't really straighten it out without it just really, really paining. So I don't know where we're going with this tomorrow, but whatever he got to do, that's what he got to do, because the shots are not going to work. I can see that. Whatever it is behind the knee. I've already gone to the vein clinic, so they said the veins were good. I don't know if I tore something in there when I had the accident. I don't know. All I know is I've been up all night long. And then nobody bothered to want to come on last night. Everybody went to sleep. Or everybody was too busy celebrating Mother's Day. So I had to go find me some movies. I caught a few that I was interested in watching. But not very many people came on, period. Let me go back up and speak to all of y'all. Hey, Latasha, good morning. Kendra, how you doing, sweetie? Good morning, Misty. In the safe zone is in the building. Hey, Ramirez. Um, Ramirez, I'm really having to keep it together up here. My emotions was all over the place last night. I wanted to cry. I wanted to be a big girl and deal with it. And I'm like, you'd have had more pain in life than this, I'm sure. And you made it through that. You're going to make it through this. So I got up this morning at 4. Well, didn't get up. I nodded off for about 10 minutes and just woke up at 4 o'clock. Stayed up ever since. So I've had maybe total last night, maybe 20 minutes of sleep. And then I was able to go to sleep after I made the phone call to work. That would have been at 5:30. And I must have fallen asleep again, and then the telephone rung. And I think it was a scam call or something. And I remember blocking that call and going back to sleep. Then I must have slept maybe 10, 15 more minutes. Next thing I know, I got to go to the bathroom because the medicine I'm taking for inflammation makes you run to the bathroom all the time. And I'm like, Lord, it takes me a good 10 minutes to get off the sofa and get the crutches and get to the bathroom. So I said, you know what? If I have to tell Tosh to bring some Depends over here at this point, I'm not going to be struggling, okay? I'm just not. I'm taking it just how it is, however I got to do it. So far, so good. Because when I feel like I got to go, I start getting up. Because I know it's going to take me a whole 5 minutes to walk from the sofa into the bathroom. And then, even though I got the high boys, trying to get the leg in the right position where you can scoot down, another problem. But I'm dealing with it, Ramirez. But if I can't, I'm gonna contact you. I'm gonna need some therapy, okay? You take my insurance, huh, baby? Hey, Elaine. Thank you for watching yesterday, yo yo. I hope you got something out of the service. Um, did you see me up there? I even played my tambourine yesterday because I hadn't been up there in a while, and I was a little nervous yesterday because we had only gone over those songs. With a song that lady sung with told the church up. Oh my God. It's like the church just kept on wanting us to keep singing it, keep singing it. They didn't want to end it. I can't even remember what it was now. Uh Everything that's not it. It's something about everything is in God's hands or something like that. Hey, Miss Audrey, how you doing? You still got them heels up there? I bought me some more black flats yesterday. I didn't even try because I said if this knee give out on these heels, I'm subject to hurt myself. With the flats, I might be able to position myself better for the fall. Um, Thank you for the hearts and the roses, Chef Mac. Yeah, I was there virtually. Okay, good. Good morning, Miss Jackie Johnson. Hey, Cheryl P. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Kiss the Ring. How you doing this morning? I hope all of you ladies had a pleasant and enjoyable Mother's Day yesterday. I don't quite make plans anymore. I had just said, if everything went well, I was going to Tasha's, but mm-mm. I didn't even want to go over there. I want to come home. Cheryl, I'm gonna feel better. I already know that, but I don't know what it's gonna take to make me feel better. That's the thing. But I will be at the doctor in the morning at 9:45. This is a specialist, okay? And he's been treating and working with me since the first of the year, before the accident. And then the accident further triggered what was already going on. I sure did go to sleep yesterday. I think everybody did. As soon as I came in and I ate my food, I took my clothes off, didn't even hang them up, just laid them on the bed, took my shoes off, um, threw my gown on, and I just came in here. I like this sofa. I don't know what it is about this sofa, but I like being here sleeping. I wish this was my bedroom. And so I've been here ever since, wrapped in my blanket. Yeah. Um, I see the trolls are coming in. Y'all are not blocking them. Y'all are timing them out for long periods of time. So I can get the credit for them coming in and viewing. That's the name of the game out here. Um, Latasha is saying, I will, Miss V. Okay. Thank you, Latasha. Miss V, I'm in tears. Seriously, I can't hear it in your voice. Oh, you can hear it in my voice? Yeah. Yeah. Heavenly Father, please touch her knee and give her comfort. Well, touch the whole leg, Lord, because it hurts from the ankle all the way up to the hip. But the knee is the swollen part. The leg is swollen, but not like the hip. Thank you, God, in advance for healing. We pray, amen. Thank you so much, Audrey. I appreciate that. They have this cream called Two Old Goats. I got it in there, Kendra. I've tried almost everything out there. And that muscle rub, I got it out last night. And after I got out the shower, I just started rubbing it in, with like deep compression to make sure it got into the muscle. And it has helped a lot. It has. I bought the Two Old Goats about 2 months ago, Kendra. But I don't know what this is. When it begins to hurt, it hurts. Like right now, I think the hydrocodone has it subsided for a while. But that's saying take every 4 hours to keep it, under bay. and they only gave me, I think I let me see what it says. Uh, you got to take it with food every 4 hours for 7 days. So it must be pretty addicting too. I don't need to be 70 getting addicted to anything either. That's why I can't wait to get to the doctor tomorrow and we come up with a plan. I mean, even if he says surgery at this point, if I got to do what I got to do. Hey Danielle Newman. Welcome to chatting with Ms.V this morning. Yes, ma'am, I did enjoy the whole service. That's good. Yo. He didn't really preach as well to me yesterday. And I know he's been going through a lot. Also, he lost his father less than a month ago. I think it's been about 3 weeks now since he lost his father. And his wife has been, sick and stuff too. So he has the troubles of the world on his shoulders as a pastor, trying to make sure he does his job that has been assigned to him as well as taking care of his own family. Good morning, Sting. Hey, Glam. I'm reading all down. Good morning, Miss Jean. Praying all goes well for you. I do too, and I think it's going to be all right. It's just been taking so long to get to the root cause of the problem. Y'all don't know how many doctors I've seen. Um, I started out with my primary, going to him. I've taken y'all to his office before a couple of times in Alvin. And so they've ruled out a lot of things, which is good. The kidney, the bladder, the liver. Um, the physical showed nothing at all. So then I had already been going to the specialist for the leg, and he had said both knees were gone before the accident. Well, the accident further elevated the pain, and it kind of hindered my progress because the shots were working. But I mean, it's life. It is what it is, and I have to deal with the what is now. Okay. Try patches. I don't think I've ever tried the patches, Danielle. But this is whatever it is, it's not on the surface. It's deep into the tissues. And the first day that the accident happened, I told them when I went into the emergency room that it felt like something had torn or loose behind the knee. The knee swole, but the knee really wasn't paining as much as, and it's still the same today. Whatever it is, it's behind the knee. Have you tried BioFreeze? I got that in there too, Glam. I got a couple of things of it that you roll on. And um, I went and bought the tens for the pain that they use at the chiropractor. My girlfriend at work was hurting so bad, Ms.V, my childhood friend. I bought it and she was hurting that evening. I gave it to her. So I need to go buy another one of those. Okay. Ms.V, elevate your leg. It's elevated. I got it up on some pillows. I normally use 2 pillows. I got 2. I do, Audrey. Yeah. Homer, oh bless you. You look like you might make some good mac and cheese. I really don't, Homer, because I don't really care for mac and cheese. That's one of the things I don't really make. I don't cook things that I don't really like anymore since um, I'm just me now, a widow. Now when I had a family, whether I liked it or not, I would cook it. But now it might be a mess. Oh, Ramirez, I saw where you made your mac and cheese. That sounds like a great recipe, but it would put the pounds on you because it was sour cream in there. You made like a roux with the flour and the oil. I watched you yesterday. Uh huh, I did. Hi, Auntie. From what I hear, I think you got an ACL tear that maybe didn't heal right. Could be. Hopefully we'll find out tomorrow, Baxim. Yeah. So, you know, what I was thinking when I came out here before I got into the chat and was really trying to um, hear what y'all had to say and greet each and every one of y'all coming in, I was thinking about betrayal this morning. And being a content creator, I've seen a lot of betrayal. I've been betrayed. And it's so much of it going on in the world. It just seems like nobody's happy anymore. Nobody's happy with their life anymore. Nobody can say nothing to anybody anymore without them taking it offensively or and want to come back on the defense. It just behooves me how you feel that every time somebody says something, you got to come back with something instead of just ignoring it. Only a fool will talk to themselves. I've had to do it. I've had to just completely ignore some people and let them just say whatever they want to say. How is it going to hurt me? They don't live with me. They don't pay my bills. They don't know the people I know. We don't move in the same circles. So how could I let someone who honestly has no clue to who I am other than seeing me out here on YouTube affect me? People are too weak. They've got to be strong. I've seen a lot of deflecting out here on YouTube. Actually, they're talking about themselves, but they are deflecting it off of you. Not good. So I started thinking back this morning, biblically speaking, and I said, why don't these people realize you're gonna get betrayed in the world today? Wasn't Jesus betrayed? The Son of God. So you think you're better than him? Some people don't know when to quit. They don't know how to quit. They don't know what to say. For as long as they can say something they think is gonna hurt you, that's what they're gonna do. You can't let that get into your head and bother you. You don't really know them. You really don't. Even if you met them in person, you don't really know those people. You haven't been around them long enough to know them. You hear what you hear, and that's it. So I thought about in Genesis was the first betrayal. Okay, there's Jesus, the Son of God. And then he made Adam and Eve. They weren't born. He made Adam first and took the rib from Adam and made Eve. So those are the only two people I know on earth that weren't born. To my knowledge, that's it. And like I said, I haven't read the Bible from cover to cover, but I know those two were not born. Okay? They had everything in the world that they wanted. It was just them two here. They could create whatever. They could do whatever, but they had one chore, one assignment, and they failed miserably. Because Eve was the one who was betrayed by the serpent. But Adam knew what she was doing was wrong. He didn't stop her. So that's the first sin. So sin has been going on forever since the beginning of woman and man. It ain't going to stop, people. Never. We, including me, will always sin. But the thing is, knowing right from wrong, knowing when you did wrong, knowing when you said the wrong thing, knowing that you're hurting somebody's feelings or putting somebody in danger, and you sit up and you say you don't care. That's evil right there. That's hateful right there. knowing that you are wrong, but then you calling the Lord and God this and the Lord that. How can we put him in our mess? That is why you're struggling. That is why we have these dark clouds over us right now. It storms all across the state of Texas. Since the beginning of time, he sent plagues, he sent disasters. Those are warnings, people. He's trying to wake you up and make you see. He is still the Son of God. He has an assignment to do by his Father. And we're so dumb, we don't see that. All of these storms and these hurricanes and these plagues, COVID was no different than some of the plagues that they had back in the day. And you wonder why nothing really works out for you. Nothing. You're constantly struggling. You never have a good day. You really don't. You might come out here and you say you do, but we're not stupid. If you got to come out here and beg, you got to come out here and scam, and you have to ask the people to bless you, you did something wrong. You shouldn't have to ask anything. Blessings should just flow abundantly through the people if they choose to bless you. And if not, you should have set your life up where you wouldn't have to do that. If you had gone to work, if you had put forth some effort to educate yourself so you could get a better paying job, or even if you didn't and you stopped at high school, what trade did you pick up? Because there's people that make just as much money or more in trade skills than they do with college degrees. Chef Mac is a for instance. You know they call him. So if the first betrayal started in Genesis, actually I wrote it down because I had to go look it up. It was Genesis 45:5. Then it's been a generational curse throughout history. All the way through, and it will never stop. We will always have wars and rumors of wars. And it's not necessarily country against country. It could be man against man. You're seeing it today. Some people have no commentary whatsoever. If they're not coming out on their platform to state their opinion about somebody else's life that's just as messed up as their life, they don't have no commentary. People flock just to hear that. That makes me wonder, what kind of brains do you have? Why are you not using them? You're not able to discern whatever that person said without go listening to what somebody else said negative. That person is going to be punished too. You're leading people down the wrong path, a path of destruction. You're not bringing anything positive to their life. That's why you're always hearing about YouTube got to be too much for me. It will. Because you're taking it on as if it's a personal issue in your life. And most of the stuff they're saying ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing whatsoever. So then that was the greatest betrayal. Anybody know what the greatest betrayal was? It was over in Luke 22:47-48. That's where you'll find the greatest betrayal. And it's sort of like a metaphor of a betrayal. Then I've often wondered throughout life, why does God allow bad things to happen to people. They may be the best person in the world in your eyesight, but they could be off in a lot of things, just like me. I don't consider myself a bad person. I wouldn't do or say anything to hurt anybody knowingly, okay? I might tell you, if you are a bad person, get away from me. Get out from around me. I don't like your energy. You ain't good for me. But I'm not going to do anything to you. That's not for me to do. If I trust and believe in him, I know he's going to remove you completely away from me. He will. And he'll expose you to the point that you will have nothing else to say. That's why I keep my mouth shut when it comes to talking about people, because I know it's not right. And if it ain't right for me, it ain't right for you either. Let me turn this light on, because I wrote a few notes and I can't even see them. I don't have any light on in here. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. So I was saying, all right, telephone constantly ringing. Why does God allow bad things to happen to people who, in our eyesight, they're good people? Why is my leg bothering me this morning? Why isn't it healed yet? Why is it taking so long to even find out what's wrong with it? Well, let me tell you, I would never grow and trust in him if everything was always all right in my life. It's not that I've done anything bad. Ain't got nothing to do with that. That's the main reason I see. It makes you learn to make good decisions also. To have hurt myself and not be well, and to continue to go back down there and allow myself to be hurt again, that wouldn't be a good decision. You see how it makes you stop and think? It does. And then to reach our divine potential, we'll never reach it if everything is smooth in your life. You will become stagnated and you will remain the same. You see immature people, you see people who can't really bond and relate to other people. They're stagnated in life. They can't grow because of these three things we just talked about. And no matter how they try to make themselves look like the other person was wrong, in the end, they're going to always get exposed. Yep, it's going to happen. Plus, I've been laying down. I don't even care what the eyelash look like, okay? I ain't finna fix nothing. Don't look, okay, if it's bothering you. It's falling off my heart, okay? It'll be all right, Platt. It'll be all right. Like I said, I put them on yesterday. I slept in them for them probably at the most 45 minutes last night. I'm lucky still on. I got up and washed around it and washed my face this morning. So this had to happen on the last little nap I took. But it's all right. It's okay. So what did Jesus do about his betrayal? Let's not worry about the eyelash egger. Okay? Let's listen to what I got to say about people betraying people. Because that right there could be a sign of betrayal too. Block him out, yo-yo. Thank you. Um, you're trying to throw me off my subject matter, but I'm going to stick with it. Hey, chillin'. Jesus said that he goes to the wilderness to meditate, fact, and pray. And I'm curious, ma'am, many people pray in America, but do you ever meditate? Some do, but a lot don't. Because I don't know what country you're from, but here in America, we're moving so fast. We live in a microwavable world. And they just don't have the time or want to take the time when they do have the time to meditate. It would help a whole lot. You could see things a lot clearer if you did. Just sit out and just gaze on the water and meditate. Go in a room alone by yourself. Notice whenever he prayed, even, he went out alone by himself and prayed. And there's a reason. No distractions. Let me go back up. Hey, Miss Wanda Clayton. Her leg is hurting, so just ignore that. Okay, Maxon. Hey, Edward, how you doing? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. I actually met Edward over in Miss Loretta's chat. Yesterday, I guess it was, huh, Edward? I went over to wish her a happy Mother's Day. Maxim, I say it's because suffering builds strength. When you suffered enough, you will extend a hand to help those that also suffered as you have. That's how I see it. And that could very well be true. It makes sense. It really does. And I guess that's what I'm always talking about, Maxim. If I hit a brick wall, why would I want somebody else to hit that wall when I know how painful it was? Now, I can only give them what I've been through and let them know the same thing is going to happen to you, or maybe worse. But it's up to them to want to accept it or reject it. You cannot cut a skull open and pour knowledge into it. It has to be absorbed through your sensory perceptors. And if not, you just, in time, through different things you'll go through in life, you'll get it. Some will. Some will never get it. Okay. Edward was speaking to me. Let me go back up a little bit further so I won't be reading backwards. Okay. All right. I think I'm with Blueberry. Good morning, Blueberry. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Audrey, I was reading something the other day and they were using Vicks Vapor Rub on aching knees. Never tried it though. And that might work because of the mentholatum in there. It could. I got some in there. Hey, I ain't above putting whatever on there at this point. Maximus asking, does it work? Thank you, Yo-Yo. She's agreeing. Chef Max said that damn part. In y'all's situation over there, which I was an outer part, not an inner part of that circle. I get it that y'all were trying to support and trying to help. And you in particular, I don't know the other ladies as well, but it was betrayal. Definitely betrayal. And I'm glad that you are the person that you are. You caught on to it and you bowed out gracefully. And I think everybody has just kind of bowed out and went on about their business. Like, okay, you said what you said. I've said what I said, and that's who I am. And I'm moving on. It's all you can do. Because otherwise, it's just rhetoric. It's just a repeat performance. And I cannot stand that. You already told me once. I don't need to hear it again. I'm not deaf and I am not dumb. Aubrey, and she can put them back on when she get ready. Thank you and bye. Yeah, I can take them off and I can put them on anytime I get ready. Um, I did not know I was gonna go through all these changes last night. I would have taken them off, and this morning it wasn't like that, so I slept on it, Mr. Audrey. But I'm glad you're concerned. Okay. Hey, Miss Lily. Good morning, Lily. Did you enjoy your birthday? I understand what you're saying, Ms.V. It's like dog eat dog. Exactly. Tit for tat. I can't stand them kind of people either. You got to say something just because the other person says something, but you got to make it worse than that. So in climate, it just gets worse and worse and worse. But children are listening to you. That energy is in your home. You don't know who in the world is listening to you. You could have cut off a whole lot of blessings by saying what you're saying, knowing factually you're not telling the truth, the whole truth, and so help me God, like in the courtroom truth, putting your hand on that Bible. You couldn't do it. Mm-mm. No, no way, Jose. People are so out of touch with themselves, and it really shows. Revelations, and there are other few books in the Bible will tell you we're living in those times. We're in these days. Everything is unaffordable now. Even the wealthy has got to watch what they're buying. And if you always notice, wealthy people always buy up what non-wealthy people or average people are losing or have lost. That's when they become richer. Mhm. Now's the time. If you got any kind of little nest egg set aside, property, always valuable, always going up in value. The house, I don't know if interest rates are going to, well, they already have climbed since the pandemic. But I know a time we lived in the 80s where interest rates was up at 22%. Unheard of in precedented times. Mm-hmm. Gas shortages, all kind of stuff. This is worse than the 80s to me. I lived through the 80s as an adult woman, but it didn't get this bad. We didn't have to worry about food and gas, just gas. People held on to what they had and didn't worry about going out buying a whole lot of things. I was young then in the 80s. I was still in my 20s in the 80s. My child was born in 81. I was 27 when she was born. Mm-hmm. Um, People worried about the wrong thing besides listening to the message. A lot of times they get the message misconstrued. This message will be misconstrued because it's a biblical, inspirational message this morning. So it will be taken out of context. A lot of people will say, I said what I didn't say. It's all good. If they portray him, why do I think they won't betray me? They will. Matters not to me. That's their business. Maxim, Auntie does have a point, Dakar. You don't have to be religious to acknowledge that religion has perfectly good values that they put forth. You're not saved by what religion you are either. People get that wrong. There are multiple, I don't even know how many religions there are in the world, even non-denominational, where they don't even want to declare it to be anything. But that's not what you're saved by. Mm-hmm. So religion does not matter. You're saved by your faith, mm-hmm, in God, knowing him, having the faith the size of a mustard seed, trying to follow those 10 commandments. And nothing is happening now that hasn't happened in years gone by, even in biblical times. You had liars back then. You had rapists back then. You had those that committed adultery back then. People sinned back then. Straight from the Garden of Eden, passing on from one generation to another generation. They just picked up more and more sin. hmm And he had to punish them as a whole, as a people. And that's what he's doing to us now in a different way and in a different time. We shouldn't be living worrying about anything right about now, especially those of us who have retired. Our fixed income should be just fine. But you do. You got to watch it if you want it to last until you're gone. Or if you don't want to run through every dime you got in savings, you better watch it. Daniela says, speak. Chef Mac, hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, Chef. Right hand corner, 3 dots, thumbs up. Thank you so much. Evilness for money. That's the root of all evil. Probably, I was thinking one day if we could go to a cashless society like they've had in Europe for years, would that help the situation? Then I started thinking, probably not, because we've already caught on to the scam of the cards, the credit cards, and the debit card. I was just down there last week where mine had been hacked. So until we come up with a system where every card can be locked at every bank, that's not going to work. And I think the banks are so far behind not doing that. Some banks have cards that can be locked. As soon as you use it, you can lock it. But man is so smart and so evil, he'll figure out how to unlock those cards. Just like they figured out how to lock them, he'll figure out how to unlock them. But maybe we're at a point where you need to serve more time for the crime if you're convicted. Maybe coming down to that. There are a lot of countries that people don't do the stuff we do because it looks barbaric, but to lose a hand or a finger or be beheaded, you wouldn't do all this stuff that you're doing. They have absolutely no crime. Sounds barbaric, doesn't it? But it works. And all it is making an example out of a few people. You see what's going to happen to you. I bet you back when they were hanging people, unfortunately it was us, but people tried to not get caught up in those situations, even though it was just racism on top of racism that caused all of that. But if people had to publicly see somebody being hung in this day and time for murdering somebody, for raping somebody, for drug trafficking, child trafficking, you wouldn't do all the stuff you're doing. It's almost like people are going to prison like it's a motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. And they get worse in there because they meet worse criminals than they are. So then when they come back out, it's just like the lady's son I was telling y'all about on Friday, who killed his mother here in the area. He just got out. He had been in there for 2 years. And all of a sudden, he hits the scene again, and his mother is unalived. So what did he learn? How was he rehabilitated? He wasn't. Small minds talk about people. Exactly. I used to have a plaque that said that. It was in my beauty shop. Because, in the beauty shop, people like to gossip. I didn't have it in mind. You're not going to sit up in here and talk about nobody, because a lot of these people coming in here, I don't know. I had already seen some stuff go down in another beauty shop where they tore the shampoo bowls off the wall, fighting. The wife was in one chair and the girlfriend was in another chair. And she came in and was running her mouth about a trip to San Antonio. This wife's husband went to San Antonio. She had already heard about the woman but didn't know who the woman was. The woman kept running her mouth till the lady figured out, you the one that's with my husband. Got up there and beat the living hell out that woman. I mean, they tore it up. That lady had to close shop that afternoon till she could get her shop put back together. The wife had had enough. Now, I probably wouldn't have never done it, fighting and going on. I would have left him and let him have her. Because normally when you leave them for the her, it don't last. Because they're going to do the same thing to her that they did to you. Average minds think about material goods. Great minds talk about ideas. Yes, yes. Who is this? Maxim. Ooh, thank you for coming in this morning. Oh, it's a lot of folks out here with this borrowing beef going on. It's pitiful. Why would you borrow from somebody you don't know? That's not a good idea right there within itself. Because you haven't been around them long enough to know if they're going to be that friend when you can't get it back on time or you can't give them all of it back at one time. Don't do that. Whoever you've been borrowing from, that's who you need to go to. Whether it be the bank or whether it be a family member, whether it be a friend, whether it be a co-worker, whoever you been, don't ever borrow from a stranger. Not good. I've had people to cash out me, send me a request to send them money. I don't know you. I'm not the bank. I'm not doing it. That way I don't have no problem. Because if I do it, just because I've seen you out here on these streets or whatever, and you don't give me my money back, I might never say nothing. But guess what? You'll never ever get nothing else either, and you'll make it hard for somebody else, and that has already happened. Don't come to me asking me for no money. Go wherever you've been going. If I need money, I need to go wherever I've been going, okay? I'm not asking no stranger for no money. Chef Mack is saying, speaking truth. All right, I spoke to you, Edward. Thank you for coming over this morning. I say it's because suffering builds strength. When you suffered enough, you will extend a hand to help those that also suffered as you have. That's how I see it. Yeah, I read that one. Edward is saying facts gorgeous. Okay. And Edward is not what I want to say, flirting, or that's his personality. I saw his personality in Miss Loretta's chat, and he does that with every woman coming in. So don't, if he says something to, don't take it personal. Okay? Her leg is hurting, so just ignore that. Okay, I've read all that. Okay, I read that one. I'm getting back down. Hey, Miss Aretha. Good morning, Miss Aretha. Welcome. You're a real sweetheart, gorgeous, chatting with Ms.V. I subscribe. Well, thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. Meditation is so good to do. Keeps you in touch with yourself. Yes, it does. A lot of times, we don't even know who we are. We know who we used to be. But you could have changed over time. I am not the same person I was 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60. Hopefully, I have grown into a much more mature person, a better person, more knowledgeable person, a person who can discern, and a person who has a lot more wisdom through my trials and tribulations I've gone through in life, where I can share it with you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. I'm on a timing out mission. Keep it coming, trolls. Okay, yo. I appreciate that. Miss V ignored them. I got them. Okay. Thank you, yo. Hey, Tanya Trainer. Tanya, did you say you email me? Because I need to go and look at it. I've been in pain, Tanya. I ain't really been doing a whole lot with no business on them drugs because I figured out the other day when I tried to get on here and delete what I thought was two of the thing I did on Chef Mac, the video I did about her coming over there to mess with Sue Bell. I had 1,500 people that already viewed, and I deleted the whole thing, and it was monetized. So when I'm down off, you said it would be closer to the end of the month anyway. I believe that's what you said. But I will try to find it and read it, Tanya. Okay? Um, Lydia speaking to you, Edward. Thanks for subbing to Ms.V. Thank you, Yo-Yo. Brune to Red. Good morning, Ms.V in chat. Good morning to you also, and welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. For all the new people coming in, if you'd like the commentary, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it very much. Yes, me met yesterday, and once I saw you had a channel, I instantly subscribed. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Maximus saying, Auntie, so true. Tanya says she's been over here 3 months as a sugar wooger. Miss V, check your mail soon. Okay, Tanya. Because I'm supposed to come on StreamYard for you to come up, if I got it correctly. Edward is saying, he's speaking to Lily F. God bless you and your family. You're very welcome, sweetheart. The real Yo-Yo 314. So you know everybody out here. You must be in these streets all the time, Edward. God bless you and your family. Okay. Nunity. Hi, how are you? Good morning. Save the world. I wished I could. Can't. I don't have that kind of power. Let's see. Annabelle Lily. Good morning. Welcome. This day and age, a lot of people in charge don't care about who comes after. It's about the money right now, and that's a fact too. My job. I've called in 2 days, Friday and today. You think anybody from administration has called me knowing I've been hurt out there twice? That's why I don't bother about it. Not at all. And had made up in my mind I wasn't going back after August. They don't care. It would be different. I love the job dearly. The less money I ever made in my life. So it's not about money. It was about benefits, like I said. But I found an AARP supplement. So there's no need to go back down there and take a chance on getting hurt again and knowing they don't care. This day and age, a lot of people in charge don't care about who's, okay, it's all about the money. God loves you. He loves you as well. God loves all of us. Active listening is a learned skill. I agree. Active listening and being able to discern what you have listened to and taking it in the right frame of mind. A lot of people listen, but they don't try to listen to understand. They just heard you say it and they automatically thinking that you're a negative person or that you see them for who they really are and they are the negative person. So they're going to take it negative. Anything you say, they're going to take it negative. You could say, oh, you really look nice today. She lying. She just saying that. See what I'm saying? It's life. That's the way it goes. They put the message they want. Wait a minute. It instead of taking heed to the message. Exactly. Bridge B Music, we're in the end. Yeah, we're somewhere there. Bridge. Don't know where, because he said you won't know the hour and you won't know the day. He'll come like a thief in the night. Okay? So, gotta believe that too. But we gotta be ready. Some people don't have time to repent and make amends and tell a person you're sorry or whatever, or you apologize to that person. So you're going to hell for something that petty? For doing something you knew was wrong anyway? You going to hell. Although you done called Jesus out here on these platforms more times than one, knowing you're wrong. And most of us are too old for the foolery. The days of Noah were the days of the fallen angels and lost technologies washed away. But he said it won't be water, but fire next time. I don't like being burned. So I really try to do the right thing. Yeah. Only thing I can do. And I've done that most of my life. I've never really been that type of person that was a tit for tat person or tried to hurt somebody because they hurt me. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. So they ain't nowhere. If they read the Bible, they're not applying it. So what good is it to come out here and talk about it if you're not applying it? Good morning, Miss Betty. Greetings to you as well, Miss Audrey. Um, Mother's Day was just another day for me because of the leg and the pain I was in. But I'm glad I was here to even see another Mother's Day. See, I can always find a positive. Even with a negative, I can find a positive. People figured out a new way to steal from Walmart after 4 weeks. Yep, yep. That's another thing. Bringing up Walmart. Do you see how many businesses are going under? Big businesses, and Walmart, how it has the one of the richest companies in the world, but how they've taken their price up and didn't really have to. I mean, how much money can you spend in a lifetime? How much money can you leave behind in a lifetime? It's only so much money you can spend, or you just asking it off after that point. Once you get a place to live, you get whatever it is to drive. You take the vacations you want. You make sure your health is up to par so you can keep on living healthy. You've taken care of your children financially. You set up some kind of trust for them so they'll have something left behind. What else is it? You're redundant. You buying the same stuff over and over just because. That's like to show the people. 9 times out of 10, they don't really care. It ain't theirs. It's, I know very few people that really care about somebody else's stuff, especially at my age. You too materialistic. If you got to worry about, I got this and I got that, you really don't. You borrowing it for a little while. You may have paid for it, but you don't own it because you take it with you if you did. You leave it behind. There ain't no Brinks trucks following behind your casket. There ain't no money vans. None of that. Mm-mm. No, you're supposed to be going to a place where there's silver and gold. Guess they didn't get that either. Hey, Brittany. Good morning, Brittany. I did get a chance to come over there and tell you and Miss Libra happy Mother's Day. Hope you enjoyed it. Keisha. Hello, Ms.V in chat. I was just saying to my sister, if there were equality in this socioeconomic status, would that help with the crime? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not in my opinion. I had to stop and think about that. I do feel like you could put everybody on the same level, but the mindset of somebody being greedy and wanting more would cause thievery or something they don't have. And so if they take some of yours and some of yours and some of yours, that would make them have 3 times more. Uh-uh. There's always been thieves. There will always be thieves. There has always been greedy people. There will always be greedy people. The love of money, and the lack of money these days is causing people to do some strange and eerie, weird kind of stuff. Are most crimes money driven? Yes, I believe it. Due to the lack of money? Yes. Don't have a plan to think how they can make it legally or honestly, but they can always come up with a plan how to make it dishonest and get caught and have to serve the time for the illegal crime. Yep. Hey, Olivia. Good morning, Ms.V. In chat. Rolling down I-10 East and listening, going home for a minute. Okay. Picking up my aunt and getting some boudin and cracklings. Ooh, Olivia. I wish. I don't eat the cracklings, that pork. But that boudin sound real good to me. Although I found a place here, it's some Cajuns out of Louisiana that make it, and they have a grocery store. And it's not bad. It's a close call there to the Louisiana boudin. But baby, I could tear some cracklings if I didn't have high blood pressure. But I'm scared of that. Maxim, a lot of crimes. Drive safe too, Olivia. A lot of crimes are driven by money, Keisha, but there can be no true equality. I don't think so. People always look for a way to be better than the other person, comparing themselves. There's a lot of comparison. I got this. You don't have that. Well, that person may have something you don't have. Maybe they don't have the house and you got the house, but you might have bad health and they got good health, which makes them a lot better off than you because all you can do is sit up and look at the house where they can get up and do whatever they want to do. They ain't living outside. They inside somebody's house. But why would that trouble you? Why would that bother you? Why do you care? That's the difference in me and a lot of people. I don't care. I'm only concerned about what I have. That's it. And taking care of it. I don't intend to go out and buy anything else that I already have. That's a waste. Just to say, oh, I bought a new sofa today. Oh, I bought me a new bedroom today. If I need another mattress, I go buy a mattress. But I don't sleep in the bedroom half the time anyway. I like right here where I am. Thank you, Keisha, for being a sugar wooger. I'm not sure if you're renewing or if you become a sugar wooger, but either way, thank you. Maxim is saying no problem, Auntie. Don't do me is in the building. Good morning. Ms.V, happy Monday. What's going on? Just talking about the things in the world. Don't do me and how evil and hateful and mischievous and devious people have become. People of the world and how we can go back and compare all of what's going on now to biblical times. It ain't nothing nobody is doing in the world today that has not already been done. It's repeat. Just like history repeats itself, this is repeating also. Yeah. Maxim, you are right, says Keisha. You concur, Yo. Maxim, I was just wondering how things got so bad. I saw it at the beginning of the pandemic, and it just kind of got worse and worse along the way. I didn't see it before then. People were just kind of living their lives and living however they live. But once the pandemic hit, lots of things happened. Jobs were lost. The lack of money because you were spending more to live. You spending, I would say, twice as much to live 4 years later than you did 4 years ago. But your job salary may not have changed to accommodate the cost of living. There are some places in the United States that's just been expensive all along. And if you live there, you could afford to live there. New York, California. Okay? Texas has never been a place where you had to spend a lot of money to live. You're doing it now, though. It's catching up to the rest of the world. Housing was always cheaper, and you got more land and more house for your buck. Cars were even cheaper than up on the East Coast. My husband looked at the SUV he had bought before he passed. And he looked at the prices in the South. He said, well, I might as well go down there and buy it. Save me a couple of $1,000 when we go back to your house and check on your house, because I hadn't rented it, I hadn't sold it, I hadn't done anything for the first couple of years when I was up there. I think it was the fourth or fifth year I decided to rent it out and then later sell it. So I thought, we don't need this house anymore. Never dreaming that he would come to his demise and be gone. Maxim, I was just wondering how things got so bad. That's when I saw them starting to get bad. And it's getting worse and worse as times go on. So at some point, all we can do is pray to God give us a break. Because man he's setting the standards according to what he wants to. For as long as he can get that dollar, he's going to get it. And then those who don't have, that's trying to keep up with the Jones, knowing full well they can't afford it, but they're living off the backs of other people, they're going to get worse and worse. So beware. Be careful. I am a total gentleman, gorgeous. I could see that in Miss Loretta's chat. Me personally, I grew up in a way where I didn't have bonds with my family as a child. I learned about relationships through trial and error, and I can't understand how people can do what they do. And there's a lot of people, you're not alone, Maxim. You're not alone at all. A lot of people never even knew their parents. They were left at childbirth. But even a lot of them don't act like this. They grew up with the parents that they had and learned love through them. So you don't have to be with your biological DNA to learn how to love. Love came here in you, or it should have, unless that was something that was a fluke in birth, or parents on drugs, alcoholism, or whatever. Then you should have come here just a happy baby. If nothing was wrong with you. Yeah, why would a baby come here being unhappy unless there's a problem, a health problem with them? You're nurtured by your mother. You're bonding with your mother. She's giving you all the love in the world, hopefully. Why wouldn't you be happy? Good question, huh? It confuses me how you can sit here and have a relationship with someone and break their trust for some quick fun. That doesn't make sense to me either, because that's temporary fun. I want to have permanent fun. That's why I have the people in my life I have in my life. 20-year, 30-year, 40-year, 50-year, 60-year friendships. I'm not breaking those bonds if they've been in my life that long, unless they break the bond. If they break the bond, they're giving me no choice but to break it. I'm not going to sit around and let nobody mistreat me. I'm not taking anything off of anybody. I'm not following your rules and regulations. The people that are in my life and have been in my life, we agree to disagree, just like out here on YouTube. And if we can't, sever, and move on. No hard feelings, no love lost. You did what you did. You said what you said. I ain't mad, but I don't want you around me. I can deal without you. Trust me, I can. I've been here all this time by myself, but all of a sudden I need you? No. You got it twisted there. I know I have changed a great deal and have calmed down. I used to entertain arguments, and now I just say, I will talk to you later. Exactly, because I thought in my 20s through 40, I stopped all the foolery at 40. Arguing with people. You're never going to win. It's a back and forth thing. If they're strong about their beliefs, why are you trying to change them? They're not for you. Just keep it moving. You don't have to argue back and forth with anybody. I said that from day one. I'm not arguing with you. I don't know you. If you out here arguing with me, I'm not going to try to get to know you. Okay? Keep it moving. Social media has corrupted the minds of so many people that I don't know if we could ever hold more than 10 genuine relationships in a lifetime. It has brought out the worst in people with just a fragment of money. Imagine if you were just a huge content creator that's really making grand theft money out here, like $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. And you overwhelmed with a couple of thousand, which is what it takes for you to live these days. That's why everybody ain't blessed to do that. You don't have the right mindset. To whom much is given, much is expected in return. Forgot to read that, didn't you? Hey, Deborah Silver, good afternoon. We did just fine without social media. In fact, I believe it was better before it was. The only thing I think social media did for people is connect them. Just like cell phones connected the world, computers connected the world. Before then, you had to pay for a long distance call. You don't have to do that anymore. So it's easier to pick up the phone and talk to somebody in Bangladesh or Europe or Asia, wherever you want to talk to them, and meet them out here on social media. But I don't tend to gravitate too much to people on social media. I learned my lesson early in the game about people out here. You only hearing what they're saying. But then when I look back, I never saw a friend come into that chat. I never saw a mother, if they had a mother come into that chat, a sister, nobody. That should have told me something back then. It didn't. But you see friends coming into my chat. You see family. You see a lot of people that I know, even that's not even family and friends, that come into my chat that just know me around here in the area. But you never hear them or see them saying anything negative. You hear the people who don't know you that come up with the negatives. That's how it's been over here chatting with Ms.V. Hell yeah, you had to go out and actually talk to people. That's how you get to know them. This stuff here, you can be anything you want to be. You can say anything you want to say on social media. You can. Nobody's really going to know until they get nosy or you come for them and then they go after you and tell your story. And it ain't the story you told either. Hey, sunshine, good morning, afternoon. How y'all doing? And what? No, I just speak being the total gentleman that I am, gorgeous, okay? I'm not in these YouTube streets, okay? You have certain chats you go into. Okay, well, I thank you for coming over to chatting with Ms.V. I was telling my daughter now, the only thing you need to be a model is over 1 million followers. Sad. Yeah, that's it. And you can lead people any kind of way you want to lead them because they following you because they want to be like you. But you still got to stay humble, even with that million followers. And you still got to know how to treat people with that million followers because everything that goes up must come down. Gravity, the gravitational pull is going to pull it down. And it's harder to stay up than it is to fall. It's easy to fall. Yeah. I don't ever want to change who I am because I wouldn't be true to me, much less true to you. I am who I am. You either going to like it or you're not going to like it. But one thing you'll never do, anybody who's ever come over here can never say, Ms.V did nothing to them. They might have tried to run my platform. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. They got upset. Get you a platform. That's the only time I've ever remembered telling anybody, no, I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. I know me. I know who's watching me around in the area, and who's a lot of them who have subscribed to my channel, but it's a lot of them I do not know that have subscribed over here too. And we may never really get to know each other. We will be cordial to each other, and that's how it goes. Um, Maxim True is wow. Audrey, amen. Walmart has a class action if you bought weighted produce and bagged oranges. I got a video out here about that, Keisha. And apples deadline is coming up, okay? I know I have been trying to get, and the thing I was saying on that video that I put out here about that, are they going to go back and did they keep records of your debit card? Because I normally use my debit card. I don't carry a lot of cash these days. So, and I don't keep up with receipts forever either. You know, the stuff I bought on Saturday, I went out there looking for the black skirt. I don't wear the skirt now. Why am I keep the receipt? See, that's what I'm saying. I know I have been trying to get through to someone close who believes the dollars is usable in the afterlife. I'm being smart. No, you won't need no dollars in the afterlife, baby. He's going to prepare a place for you. And from what I read, he has everything there you need. You're in a spiritual form. So none of this stuff that we walking around here doting on right now, the material stuff of the world, you won't need it. You won't. Mm-mm. I think Switzerland is testing a chip in the hand linked to all your accounts, and they love it. I hope that doesn't increase crime for the chips. Oh my God. Mm, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't want no chips in me. Because then that way, you know everywhere I am, where I've been, you know when I'm laying down sleep, that could cause a different kind of crime. No, I don't think so. Hey, Larissa, good morning to you in the building from Shy. Hopefully all the mothers enjoyed your day yesterday. It was okay. I enjoyed being alive yesterday and being able to eat and fulfill my tummy because it was certainly hungry when I came from church. Um, Happiness comes from within. Exactly right, Audrey. And nobody can make you happy if you're not happy. It's temporary happiness. It's not nothing permanent. You and only you can make you happy. It's not the value in material things because they fade away. Everything fades over time. Looks, appearance, everything. Wrinkles come. That's all a part of aging. That's it. You know, some people are able to keep it together a little bit longer than others, but if you live long enough, your appearance is going to change. So why would I be out here talking about somebody, even though they might not look as good as I look at 70, when I know in time, if they live long enough, they're going to change. And that person who's doing the talking might be in their 40s or 50s, and you wouldn't even recognize them from their 20, 30 pictures. I don't get it. Um, Facts, gorgeous. I'm from Chicago. Okay, you from Chi-Town too. But I live in Louisiana, and my old clothes and shoes got my neighbors thinking I'm rich. Oh, wow. Because you from Chi? What part of Louisiana are you living in, Edward? Okay. Oh, thank you, Keisha. I appreciate you renewing. Okay. Chi-Town and Edward speaking to each other, both from Chicago. Veronica, hey, beautiful. How you doing, beautiful? You hit that like button like you always do, and you're catching the replay. Okay, I appreciate it. Is gas cheaper in Texas than in other states? I don't know. I can't answer that because I really haven't. I know it's cheaper than California, but I don't know about the other states. Right now, the lowest is 309 here for regular. hmm It has gotten up as high as I've seen 389. Depends on what station and what company was able to get the gas at a better price that week. Because I've seen where Verizon might be 389 and across the street the Phillips 66 was 309. So one got a better price this week. So when you see it, you got to get it then, because it's changing, it's fluctuating week after week, depending on what they're buying their gas for is what they're gonna have to charge us. Um, Hello, Kelly. Good afternoon to you, Kelly. Let's see, I'm going to go on down. Environment is a tremendous factor outside from loving parents. It is. And the environment you were raised in. That's why we're all different. And there's nothing wrong with those who were raised in a hostile environment for as long as you broke that hostile curse and learn to change that behavior because it's not conducive to society. You're all right. And it might have been a reason why you grew up that way. And then were introduced to a different life later. You're a more loving person if you did. I believe environment can have a bigger impact on some than the loving parents. I agree with you, Keisha. Your environment has a lot to do with your behavior. If you grew up without and you've never had, but every now and then a place to stay, but you couldn't even keep it, a car to drive, but it was never a new car. You were scrapping from payday to payday or from hustle to hustle. Then you finally get a little money. You're not gonna play well in society, because now you got a different mindset that, oh, I'm just like everybody else. No, you just getting started because you don't have nothing saved up. You haven't purchased anything, not even a decent place to live, decent furniture in the house. You haven't done any of that. Okay? That's why you got to be how you are now, because you're trying to play catch up is what you're doing. Mm-mm. And it's a shame you talk the game, but you're not walking the walk. You're talking the talk, but not walking the walk. And I can see straight through it. My peace means much more to me than any chaos. Besides, God is not the author of confusion, never has and never will be. And a lot of people who are the authors of confusion are bringing him in to the mess. They didn't get up yesterday and try to go get no word to carry them through the week or get a better understanding of life through biblical times and the Bible. But they were out here on YouTube yesterday, doing the same talk they were doing Monday through Saturday. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Whether you say it's Saturday or Sunday, we most of us represent the Sabbath on Sunday. Okay, I think it's Seventh-day Adventists that do Saturday, and it may be a few other religions too. I don't know, but you mean to tell me you can't keep it together on Sunday, and it's Mother's Day out here? And I probably wouldn't have come on. That's where I am. Your positive energy is understanding, gorgeous. Thank you. I love your energy. Thank you, Kelly. It only a chip to pay for things and only linked to your money as far as I read. Ooh, I don't know about that. What if somebody kidnap you or hold you hostage and rob you and use your chip? No, 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 no. Uh-uh. No, I don't want that in my body. I don't. Uh-uh. Um, oh, you're in Lafayette. I have to go through Lafayette to go home. I'm North Louisiana. I'm in Monroe. But I stop in Lafayette sometimes and buy boudin. Peggy Superette. Yeah. Um, Straight talk with living purpose. Hello, it's living purpose. I'm walking well now. Oh, good. Oh, you back? She has a channel out here also, and she went through some health issues, and she's been gone a long time. I'm so glad to see you back in the chat. You had the procedure for your leg in January. I received the prosthetic leg in my flush. I'm healing well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you are walking well. She was having problems with her leg also. Thank God you made it in. And thanks for coming over, letting us know how you were doing. Because it's been a long time. You say 6 months? Wow. That is a lot of cheaper than here in Maryland. Yeah, when I was living in Maryland, everything there was much higher than Texas. Much higher. Hmm. And I knew it from day one when I went to the grocery store. First of all, I don't know any of these brand names y'all got up in here because we're not getting our food from the same distributors. And I'm glad my husband liked to go to the store because I didn't know what to buy in the beginning. I mean, where's the Louisiana hot sauce? Where was the Mahatma rice? I mean, those were the things I was used to living down south. Where's the sunbeam? Where's the wholesome bread? Ain't in there. I watched some of your videos and realized that you had surgery. I'm glad that you're healing well. No, straight talk, I'm supposed to have surgery. I haven't had it yet. I did have surgery on my eyes. I had the cataracts removed. But the surgery for the knees, I haven't had it yet. Tomorrow is going to be a big decision based on what he says I got to do because I'm not walking now. I'm in the same predicament you're in. Uh huh. Hey, Carla. I hope you had a lovely Mother's Day. All right. I mostly talked on the phone more than getting out and being with people I wanted to be with. Yeah. I didn't even go to Sisters yesterday at all. Hey, Jersey girl, long time no see. Peace and blessings to you as well. Okay, I've come to the end of the road at an hour and 32 minutes. This has been a great live. Hope y'all have I really appreciate y'all coming in and chatting with me and hearing y'all's opinions, much like mine. Um, and hopefully you got something from this message today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Become a member. It doesn't cost that much. My memberships over here go to where we're going to my special needs students, buying them little treats and stuff, on the long ride home, and giving back on my chat. um y'all are still speaking to each other, but I gotta go because I gotta take my time and try to get to the bathroom on these crutches. But I'll be out later on and talk to y'all a little bit further on this same topic later on tonight or this evening. Okay, y'all take care. Until then, thank you for sharing the live for me, Yo-Yo. I appreciate it. Y'all take care. Until later, much love to you. Be good. And remember, God loves you. Okay? So, with that being said, you don't have to worry about nothing else. He'll take care of his own. Trust and believe with a faith the size of a mustard seed. Have a nice day.